Hey y'all, welcome to Cocktail Hour. I am Meg.
And I'm Nikki.
Today's midweek mini episode is all about unhinged wedding stories from guests specifically. Thanks to @afinepress on Instagram, who's by the way so nice. I commented like, "Oh my gosh, we're gonna share some of these on the podcast," and he was like, "Oh, go to my highlights. There's even more stories."
Oh,
like,
love.
yeah, he was super sweet. So we're rolling right into it.
All right, wedding planner here. My favorite unhinged guest brought his emotional support goat to a 6-figure wedding. When we tried to stop him, he set it down and it went head first into the 4-year-old flower girl and knocked her down. Then he went after the 2-year-old ring bearer, who panics and chucks the ring pillow at the goat before running away. The goat then eats the pillow with the real rings still attached to it. The ceremony got postponed hours until the goat shit out the rings. It was mayhem.
It sounds like this emotional support goat needs an emotional support animal.
Oh, 100%.
Clearly.
It needs a human to actually take care of it. Also, that's just like being selfish. Like, stay home.
Stay home.
Stay home.
If you need a goat. Now, a dog, okay. I mean, I get, but
I would get an emotional support goat. Let's be very fucking for real.
I think you would, but I don't think you would take it to a wedding as a guest or as a vendor.
Nope, never.
Bride was getting threatening letters, stalker level stuff. Everyone thought it was the groom's ex-wife. This went on for months. Right before the wedding, the bride found out it was her own sister sending these letters trying to break up the wedding. She did this while pretending to be supportive and helping plan the wedding.
Girl, at that point, just be so fucking for real and have a conversation. If you care that much about your sister not marrying this man,
to become the Zodiac killer and start sending letters.
Have a conversation, mama. Quit being afraid, girl. Okay. The best man gave his speech. Everyone could tell he hated the groom and had a big crush on the bride. After roasting the groom with a bunch of insulting stories, he declared the bride was the most beautiful woman in the room. His wife was sitting right next to him during the whole thing, and we all felt bad for her.
That is so sad. There's nothing worse than someone acting like an ass on a wedding day, but when their partner, regardless if it's husband, wife, like doesn't matter, when their partner is sitting there like,
I have a friend who has an ex who remarried, but like everybody is convinced that he is still in love with my friend who was his ex, and I can't even imagine being his wife.
Yeah.
And knowing and kind of recognizing like, okay,
I'm convinced all of my exes still love me.
Okay. Yeah.
Just kidding. Definitely the ones from like first grade though. I know they're still pining for me.
Well, yeah, obviously. Michael Stefanalo, whoever gave me freaking flowers in pre-K. I remember you. And I know you remember me.
I was going to say,
I don't know his last name.
I had a person who also did like you're in first grade and you get, red roses at whatever. I'll always remember that.
Yeah, we'll always remember you.
A special place in my heart. My mother-in-law had my wedding dress copied, but made it in the color of my bridesmaids' dresses, then had a tantrum that no one was paying her any attention in the receiving line after a guest congratulated me, the bride. Oh, she called the venue also, pretending to be me, and changed the dessert because she doesn't like raspberries. She pretends that she's allergic, but she's not. Oh, there are so many more. Oh, she also took our honeymoon suite and gave us hers. Yeah.
See, at that point, it's like, do you marry that person? No. Like, I can't deal with that for the rest of my life unless we're planning to murder her together. Like that. Have you seen the movie The Living Room, The Front Room?
Mm-mm.
It's where Brandy, the singer, she is a wife to a man whose like stepmother gets kind of back in the picture. The stepmother is like wildly religious, but she needs somewhere to live. And so they say, you can move in with us. We'll help take care of you. And then she winds up being a diabolical like mother-in-law. Yeah. And Brandy's name in the movie is Belinda, but she keeps calling her Belinda. And this is like a deep South woman who's also wildly racist. It's supposed to be like a horror kind of thriller film. So good. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And yeah, I won't give it away. But like,
yeah, I wonder what.
Just saying.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna, but this cannot be the first time you've seen this kind of behavior from her.
Right.
I would have
You've
never
known.
married this person. I'd been like, look, if you're the love of my life, we can just bang for the rest of our lives. But I'm not legally hooking
Tying myself down to you.
and that crazy lady. We'll wait till she perishes.
Yeah.
Look at Opie. I don't understand how he finds this comfortable.
But he loves it.
He loves it. And I hope the viewer, like,
I
I
don't
hope
know if you can fully see that.
he lays in the weirdest positions. Anyways.
Okay, we all live in Iowa now, so my husband and I plan to pay for a wedding back in his hometown in the Texas Hill Country. That way, his friends and family could all be a part of the ceremony, and my family would still be able to celebrate with us at the reception up here. It was a win-win. Is this all one? Because that was that.
It's gotta be.
His mother scheduled knee replacement surgery the week before our wedding, booked 18 months before her ortho consultation, and told us she just wouldn't be able to drive all the way down. We ended up having to cancel the ceremony and reschedule it up here with only 8 weeks' notice.
The next one, too.
Why did she schedule it then? She would be able to dance at her daughter's wedding that was to take place 3 months after ours. It was my husband's first marriage. It was his twin sister's third marriage in 8 years. So basically,
Yeah, sorry, I broke that one up. I shouldn't have.
Basically, these people had planned to accommodate the groom's side of the family for the wedding, and the mom decided to schedule her orthopedic surgery within 8 weeks of their wedding, making them fully reschedule and change their entire wedding plans so that she would be able to dance at her other child's third marriage 3 months later.
Insane. And to have known about the wedding for 18 months and then you go ahead and book that.
Just tell me you hate me.
Yeah.
Like, just tell me with enough notice so that I can decide not to marry your son.
This next one. Family member was asked to say a prayer. He decided to sing a song instead.
Was it a special song? Was it a prayer song?
Oh my gosh, speaking of songs really quick, I heard that oh my god. Then it doesn't know that Fiona and me.
Yeah.
But what's the name? Scotty.
Yeah.
Scotty doesn't know,
Yeah.
right? And it reminded me of Eurotrip, the movie that
Yeah.
it's from. And it got me thinking, I remember watching that movie when I was a kid, and like the nerdy brother in the show or in the movie has that thing underneath his clothes where you keep like your passport, your ID, your money,
Okay.
right? Like a security belt-esque thing.
Sure.
And I remember thinking back in the day, like, loser, like how dumb could you be? And now I go, well, that is just
genius.
logical.
I could use one of those.
And it's just funny, and we have this conversation all the time, how much your perspective
Yes.
shifts as you get
Things
older
change.
on the dumbest things.
Things change.
Anyways.
All right. Somebody said, I have one. Someone at my own wedding got too intoxicated, and as they were leaving, they jumped onto someone's back, like trying to do a piggyback ride to get carried. The guy wasn't expecting it and fell face first into the pavement, lost his front 4 teeth, and now has to have veneers because of it.
Who
It's like,
pays for that?
Insurance.
Just the jumper? Yeah, but veneer, like, well.
No, veneers are not covered by insurance.
I was going to say.
I
do wonder, cosmetic versus I fell and broke my teeth.
Sure.
I do wonder how insurance breaks that
down.
down.
It's like when Carrie was fucking big on Sex and the City, and Natasha finds them and runs down the stairs to go find him, and then to go find Carrie and run after her, and falls down and busts out her front teeth and needs dental surgery and needs to have her teeth replaced because they got busted out. Like, Carrie's not paying for that.
Yeah. I always remember that scene so specifically when Carrie tries to apologize to Natasha, which, number one,
at the table,
leave her alone.
Yep.
You've done enough.
Yep.
But she goes like this. I've always remembered this with her pinky.
Yep.
And she goes, and this tooth is always a different shade than this tooth, or however she said.
Yep.
But I just remember the pinky. She looked so fucking pissed.
She played that role really well.
Really well.
That actress who played Natasha, she played that role really well.
Yeah. This one. Bridesmaid became a photographer after the wedding, stole the entire gallery, and marketed the images as her own when she got inquiries. So you're a bridesmaid. You decide to become a photographer. You then go to your friend like, I'd love to see the photographs from the gallery. You download them all. And you now say, well, I took these
That's
to
illegal.
book your own work.
And if I was the photographer who took those photos, I would be coming after her
Oh, yeah.
with a lawyer,
She coming.
fully taking you down.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't care.
I'd be so upset. To me, at that point, it would just be about teaching you a lesson.
Yeah, exactly.
You think you're going to get into this industry and do
I'm
that?
quite literally done with you and over you. Biatch. Okay. People were making bets on when the couple would get divorced while they were still at the reception. That's evil.
That's evil, but also there's got to be a rhyme or reason.
Well, for sure.
Two sides to every story. Either this group of people are just horrible, or
there's reason.
You two should not be together and everybody knows it.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest. I don't think there's been a single wedding that I've captured where I watch and go, no, they should not get married. Everyone's got their ups and downs in relationships. That, like, being together for such a long time, that takes some work. But I don't think there's and like I would admit, I'm not going to say their names on here, but I really don't. I really feel like everybody's been pretty chilled. Now, granted, it's your wedding day. You should be pretty happy. If you seem miserable, that's red flag.
Here's the thing, though. Wedding days for us, we don't know the couple as in depth or as well as the people who are sitting at the reception who have maybe known the couple for years and years and years, who are guessing on when they're getting a divorce or not.
Yeah.
For us,
Maybe
yes,
someone
we meet
stabbed
them.
the other person.
We meet them on a consult call. We can catch their vibes there. We get together with them, maybe, for engagement photos. We see how they interact there. These are very short spurts of, moments that we're getting with them where they are probably putting on their best behavior for us, a stranger essentially that they're meeting, that they want to in some way impress and have a good time with. Yeah. And then we show up to the wedding day, we spend 8 to 10 hours with them. However, that's still, in the grand scheme of things, out of years of their relationship, we've known them maybe 15 hours.
Yeah.
And that's not enough for us to be able to gauge whether that's a lifelong thing or not. Yeah. Now, if you are going to a wedding and you're like, oh, they're fucking fighting, they hate each other, they're not even looking at each other. Yeah. He won't smile in one picture. He looks like he hates her. Okay, sure. Maybe then would I make the assumption? Yeah. Maybe. But even then, it's like, I don't know for sure.
Yeah, maybe he's just having an off day, or maybe like
he's uncomfortable. Yeah. I don't know. So I think it is hard to kind of make those evaluations and make those assessments. I'm like, because Craig has asked me, and I've had other people ask me, like, when you go to a wedding, can you tell, like, if the couple is, like, going to be together forever? And that's what I tell them. I don't know.
Yeah. I agree. And because I think that people might see Adam and I interact one or two moments and they go, oh, this bitch is crazy.
Yeah, same.
But then I go, well, 98% of the time,
it's all like
this
that.
man's got his face up my ass. Like, he loves me so much. I love him so much. And we're perfect. But also, what is life if you don't have a little zhuzh from your partner?
Yeah, I was going to say, Craig, that's why on Friday's episode, I'm like, I can't wait for him to get the fuck out of town. Yeah. Mind you, he's also so sweet, loving me, buying me the best dinners, like just taking the best care of me. But I'm like, this motherfucker is pissing me off. He's irritating the shit out of me. He loves to like play fight and like banter. Yeah. 99% of the time, I love it too. Yeah. Yesterday, I didn't love it.
It's not the day.
And you know what I ended up doing? I left the house. We were doing this. I won a mahjong lesson via the Hutton House, which was actually really great. We brought 2 of our game-loving friends, and we went and kind of did a double date out of it. And it was really fun. Shout out to Heather at the Hutton House. She's one of the owners there. She was amazing to work with. But before we left, Craig was irritating me. He was like play fighting, trying to tickle me. And I was like, can you stop touching me, please? And then we ended up knocking something over on the floor. And I was like, okay, can you at least move your legs so I can pick this up? And he looked at me and he went, playfully, mind you, no, you can go around. And I said, okay. I left the house. I left him home. We were supposed to leave 20 minutes, from that moment. He didn't even notice I left. He was like, hey, babe, when are we leaving for mahjong? I said, I have fully left you at the house, and I am sitting in a parking lot at the gas station across the street.
Did you get a little snacky?
No. I sat there and just scrolled on my phone like, this asshole.
You're so funny.
And then he was like, oh, like he didn't even notice. So I was just being crazy, but whatever.
That's life, though. I think you need that. I think it's good to have a moment where you can realize, like, oh, I was being a little crazy.
Yeah, I was.
The other day,
And I was hangry and I went to Wendy's.
I literally dropped this. Not only is the phone heavy, the phone case is heavy.
Yeah, that thing is big.
And it turned down and hit my toe perfectly. And the way I was like, what's that Bible story with Goliath? Who's the little one?
David?
David. I was like, David. And I took my purse off my body and I fucking whipped it like it was one of those things that you whip. I fucking whipped it across the yard. And Adam's watching this all go down because we're walking out to go to the mall. And I drop it and I go, fuck. And I grab my purse and I fucking whip it across the yard. And he's like
you're a track and field person with one of those.
Thank you. Shot put.
Whatever.
Put. And he was
or
like.
Matilda, freaking Mrs. Trunchable, freaking with the pigtail girlie launching her out the window.
Oh, so sad. But I then ended up breaking one of my new Glossier the purple one. Yeah. And then I go, you know where I go? Mall of America, Sephora, and guess what? They don't fucking have. And I go, you're the Mall of America.
Let me tell you, Sephora is on my shit list.
Yeah.
And if you don't know why, listen to last week's episode.
Do you listen to our episodes? I do. I won't judge you if you
yes,
don't.
but not in like updated order.
Gotcha.
Like it takes me a minute to get to like, I'm not listening to them like the week that we release them, but I do listen to them
like,
back.
Go back to them.
Yes.
I will be honest, I do my rounds of podcasts.
Yep.
I'll do like Armchair Expert.
That's my thing. Yeah. I will do my rounds of podcasts and then eventually get caught up to us. And it's hard because we have 2 episodes a week. So it's like the minis I usually leave out because it's just quick stories. Our full length episodes is what I will listen back to.
I find us entertaining.
I think we're hilarious.
I'm laughing at us as I'm listening. I'm like, God, people really should listen
Sometimes
to
I
this
get
shit.
scared and I'm like, shit, should I have said that? Or like, it's out there forever now. It's on the internet. It's out there forever.
Come for me. Anyways, well, thank you so much for sharing your hump day with us, you guys. I know that was a quickie, but don't forget to subscribe, review the pod wherever you listen. New episodes, those full ones drop on Fridays, but these little minis drop on Wednesdays. Apple, Spotify, YouTube.
Make sure you follow along with us on the interwebs, on socials. Follow us on Instagram at cocktailhour.podcast. The link is in our bio to submit everything anonymously. We're also on TikTok, but make sure you're subscribing. Please like us. Tell us we're funny. Tell us you love us.
You know,
it would really help us out.
When I was a teenager, I actually did cry like that. I couldn't catch my breath, and I'd be like, and my dad would be like, shut up. Like he literally.
I would too.
No,
I'm not gonna lie. That would give me the ick. So fucking gross. If you ever came to me crying like that, I would be like, no.
Legitimately,
no.
I think back and I go, was I
okay?
Acting? No, that. But also, I'm like, was I
you
just
probably
trying
were
to really make him feel bad? Because I'm like, I don't know what possessed me to cry like that, or I'd be like,
okay, well, I would cry like that too. I was
mean,
emotionally distraught and destructive as a teenager. I was actually a juvenile delinquent, and I think everybody should know that. Maybe that's for a different day.
I think you're a
delinquent in general.
I was gonna say an adult delinquent, but yeah I think that's just a delinquent, a degen. Have you ever watched Letterkenny? I know we're trying to wrap this up, but
sounds so familiar.
I'll send you some clips.
Okay.
Anyways, we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.